In this video, we're going to look at scheduling a meeting. For this example, I'm going to schedule office hours every day from 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock. I'm going to come in and click on Schedule a Meeting. First line, I have the ability to change from the default setting of my name, Zoom meeting, to a customized title. For this case, I'm going to call it Office Hours. I'm going to start tomorrow at 1 p.m. and my duration is customizable. The duration does not seal me into a specific time period, but it will give a calendar reference for how long I plan to be inside of this meeting. If you have not been upgraded to the licensed plan because I've selected for 1 hour, it is reminding me that I have a 40-minute time limit on a basic plan if I have 3 or more people inside of my room. My time zone, I'm leaving it Central Time. Again, that's for calendar purposes. Do I want this to repeat? In this case, because it's office hours and I'll have the same hours every day, I'm going to say repeat every day. Do I want it to end the repeat? It'll by default continue forward, but I'm going to change it to be December 1st. Which calendar do I put it on? By default, it'll go to the iCalendar, which is the default calendar on this device. Use personal meeting ID. Because this is my office hours, I might consider using my personal ID so that I can advertise that in my syllabus to my students. For classroom use, I probably will not use this. Require a meeting password. Must be on because of security settings for Zoom. My password, I can customize it. So if I don't want this password here, I can change it. By default, my meeting options. Do I want my host on or my participant video turned on when we join in? Because I'm going to be sitting in my office and I don't know if I'll have students or not, I'm going to leave it turned off by default, and I will know when they join into the room so that I can turn on at that point. Audio options, I recommend leaving at telephone and device to give options of either or. Enable waiting room allows for me to be able to control when I allow someone into my office, in this case, or into the room. I'm going to leave this turned on for this example because even under normal situations, I would have 1 student at a time. So this way here allows me to let them remain in the hallway, as it were, awaiting to come in. We also have advanced options that I can allow join before host. So if I'm a few minutes late getting there, if I'm not there right at 1 o'clock, someone else can join ahead of me. So I may turn that on just in case. This will be the new default for all scheduled meetings that I use my personal ID for going forward. Allow joining a meeting. You can restrict it down to only authenticated users, but that means they have to have a Zoom account and they have to authenticate. Recommend leaving this at everyone. And do you want to automatically record your meetings? You have the option for recording. If we say yes, recording location will ask about where you want to do this. Because I'm on the basic plan, it will only allow me to record locally. If you have a licensed, it will also allow you to record to cloud. Be mindful of the cloud storage. We do not have long-term storage for cloud purposes. Recommend doing local, and we'll cover what we can do with our recordings in another video. Once you're satisfied with your settings, you can take and click done, and it will now close one window and open a second, which is our calendar. So this is now our actual calendar on this device. We have the option of alerting us which calendar we use. Because I have my Mississippi Delta account tied in, I can click on calendar and go up to MS Delta, which will put it into my MDCC calendar. We have our Zoom invitation information here with telephone numbers, meeting ID, and passcodes. So if a student wants to call in by telephone, they can pick one of the telephone numbers, and then they can, when prompted, dial the meeting ID and passcode numbers. So if our students do not have internet access, they can still reach us during our office hours using this Zoom setup. When all of this looks correct, you can click Add, and we have fully scheduled our meeting. To send that information out, we will look at that